shit, like, right when I'm pushing live, just change these things. Hey, folks, what's up? Uh, Welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out, Real Talk Friday edition. I am your nerderator, Dustin House, spreading that good word about affiliate marketing. And joining me, as always, is Christen Big Time Evans. Thanks for joining me again.
Yeah, and happy holiday season.
Happy holidays indeed. Yes, yes. Merry time. Probably the most chillaxing Friday of all time is the one right before Christmas break today.
I am having the opposite experience, but I love that for you. It's
Really?
been my inboxes have been just absolutely pummeled this week. And it's funny because I feel like in years past, it's always been like the lead up to dead time. And I feel like expectations this year are just like nonstop right now. So I'm
Okay.
really hoping that between Christmas and New Year's, I get to take some downtime. But even like Monday, Tuesday next week, there's so much that I have on my plate. So yeah, it's kind of wild.
Oh, I am getting the same inbox. It's odd enough, like I'm getting outreach emails that I did 3 months ago. I'm getting responses this week all of a sudden.
Yes, no, same, actually the same, and it's
Okay.
it's wild because 'cause I'm like, "Where were you before Black Friday, Cyber Monday?"
Yeah.
What? Like, you could have been making money this whole time, but,
Right.
yeah, I mean, outreach in general, I feel like has kind of shifted a little bit, like, it's not quite what's been tried and true is no longer tried and true, and strategies have to kind of adjust a little bit.
Mhm. I feel like my inbox zero game is getting closer and closer to an end, trying to close out the year, and I feel like a lot of other people are doing the same, and so response rates are going up. I find it pretty decent with the outreach emails that I've got going on right now.
Yeah? Are you trying anything new?
Yeah, I mean, I've got some new strategies that I've been playing around with. One is, I've just been getting kicked in the balls a lot of hey, please take my gift, please write some content about this. It, People are just getting that same old message so
Mhm.
much that I think it's just been beaten to death, and so you're having to find new angles, and one of those new angles is like, doing something for them first. And I got this new blog strategy where I'm coming up with listicles of top 100 sleep influencers and like listing them, and then like sending them like, hey, we just focused on you, like, uh we've got this sleep tool, like, would you like to try it out? So like doing something for them first is
A little bit of
something.
greasing of the palms, but in
Yeah,
a different strategic way, like something that shows them that you're paying attention,
yeah,
which I
yeah.
think everybody likes. I think, one of the things that we've always talked about as far as outreach and recruitment is that we want to make the person that we're outreaching to feel like it's personalized, feel like
Mhm.
it's, individualized. And that very much is kind of one of those things where it's like there's this great book called When a Dragon Walks into a Meeting that I read years ago.
Okay.
And it's all about kind of like how you make deposits and withdrawals in relationships. And that's very much like you always want to stay heavier on the deposits than you are on the withdrawals, very much like your bank account, you
Yeah,
know?
you're
And
very good at this. You're the best I've ever seen.
um and I think that doing that, like really kind of taking the time to like give them their flowers and then let them know that you gave them their flowers a little bit is fantastic. Like that's a great way to initiate kind of a brand engagement and relationship. So I
Mhm.
love that for you.
Great. Yeah, thank you. Another thing I've got going on in the wheelhouse, I'm begrudgingly going to start another podcast, it looks like. And
I love that.
I love doing this podcast. And, it's essentially, twice a week that I'm doing this. This one kind of counts. I mean, I'm not flipping this into all the content that I do for
Yeah.
the, uh, the ones where I'm interviewing people. But this new format, it's going to be like very short conversations, 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm reaching out to the influencers and I want to hear their story. And
Oh, I love that.
I want to get their perspective on why they're doing the thing that they're doing and give them some in-depth questions like that they can answer how they want, and I'm just going to get them more exposure to some of the brands that we're working with, so maybe we can do a collaboration with all the brands, right?
I think that's fantastic. I mean, I think that one of the hardest parts about being a content creator, having come from the content creator side, is sometimes explaining what it is you do, what it is you focus on, and why to brands. I mean, obviously, like, a lot of affiliates get inundated with invitations and emails, and so many times they're just not relevant to the content, and it's really hard and honestly overwhelming to kind of wade through that sometimes. But to give them like a platform to be like, this is why I do this, this is who we're actively looking for, I think is going to make that such a better path to be able to build those relationships. So I'm really excited to see that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll have to have you pinch hit for me every once in a while
I
as
got your
well.
back. You know I
But
do.
uh, anytime you want to bring on your own influencers, get them more exposure, like let's do it. Um,
I'm working with a couple of really good ones right now for one of my brands, and I'm really excited about it. There's one girl who I'm working with on like my THC brand that is just so fun and so amazing. She would be a really good guest to have.
Nice, very
Yeah.
cool. And we're doing picking up some steam with Milk Depot as well. You and I
Mm.
are doing a little collab there, and uh, they've got such a cool product. I reach out to influencers and say, "Hey, I've got all 20 of these brands," and like I am getting a lot of, "Ooh, I'd really be interested in Milk Depot." Like,
It's
okay,
a great product. It's so good. I mean, Eddie, the founder, he sent me one, and I mean, oat milk is just like super expensive, and go through it at a pretty rapid rate. And being able to kind of customize like the sweetness and being able to customize, any flavors. We just recently made horchata with it too. Dexter is like obsessed with horchata right now, which I
yeah,
love. And so we made horchata at home, which was really amazing. And they've got a ton of great recipes on their website. So, if it's like nut milk, rice milk, I'm very much an oat milk girly. It's super easy to use, and it does strain out like kind of those grounds better than so many other methods that I've seen.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I haven't got a chance to try it out yet. It's under the Christmas tree for my roommate, and she doesn't know that unless she's watching. She's not.
Sarah, don't watch.
Yeah, and mom, don't tell her because I know mom's gonna be watching. She always does.
Oh, that's so cute. Hi, Dustin's mom.
Hey, all right. So I can't wait to try that out myself. But what's your holiday plan? You taking some break?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really busy this week. So I think, once like Tuesday hits, I'm gonna start winding it down, and I'm gonna be in like keep the lights on and fires to a minimum mode. I just launched with a brand where I'm putting together an audit. So I have a real like and my main person of contact is out of town for the next 2 weeks.
Mm,
So I'm building like an affiliate playbook and 101 with them, as well as auditing their programs. So I've got kind of a good, project to work on during the downtime, which I love. But yeah, I'm got a kid home with me, so there's, my work ability is going to be a little bit limited.
okay.
But I never don't work during the holidays. I just work less. It might be
Mhm.
like a few hours in the morning and then just kind of kick it for the rest of the day, or just, hit an email when and where it's necessary.
Sure.
What
I
about
feel
you?
the same way. I don't know who the initiator of it was. It could have been like Apple, but they just stopped working 2 weeks at the end of December and just let people go because
Yeah.
nobody really wants to work during that time. And like the people that are working are just kind of half-assing it because nobody else is working and nobody's answering emails and stuff like that. So they just decided, let's give it off. And then I feel like Impact was the initiator in
In
our
our
world.
space. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
who my wife gets 2 weeks off here, like coming up shortly. So like
Awesome.
it starts today.
Yeah.
Like such a good methodology, and this is the time for me to catch up on all content that I've been dying to get to. And you talked about like a playbook. I've got that exact content piece. It's going to be a massive thing that I'm working on.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and you and I should, exchange some notes and help each other out there. But um, yeah, content heavy going on during this break for me, at least.
Good, good. Yeah, I really liked the podcast that you did yesterday with Ishvan.
It's
Sorry
fun.
if I
Yeah.
say that wrong, but I think you guys made some really good points yesterday. But I really loved when you brought up the affiliate like archetypes. I have you published that? Because I looked on your site and I didn't see it. You need to.
No, I haven't got to it yet. I haven't ironed it out. Yeah, but the concept that I shared with you was there's lots of different types of affiliate managers out there,
Mhm.
right? You and I are what I like to call relationship architects.
Yeah,
We like people, we like talking to people, we like getting people on the phone and making friends. But there are other people that are complete data heads and like
yeah,
super analytic, and they're in a different category, but they might be an affiliate manager. And essentially, I came up with like 8 different names for different types. And yeah, we'll post that out. And the concept was like, let's get the goat of all time in each one of these categories, and
mhm.
3 all-stars that I'm seeing out there in the world. Because and you were helping pick some names too out there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'll
think
work
that,
on that.
I think the point that you brought up yesterday too about like if you are like a relationship builder, it's really helpful to have a data head on your team because
Yes.
it's complementary. And it's funny because when I started Spark Partnerships, that was one of the first moves that I made was to bring in somebody who's really good at data because I can sit there and look at it, but like, don't give me a spreadsheet. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I needed somebody who was really comfortable with that piece of it. And I think that that is such a good way about going about building business, or at least like recognizing your strengths and weaknesses and like understanding like I'm not great at that, dude, but like I got you over here for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I Complementing your, uh, I don't know what you wanna call it, deficiencies. I don't know, maybe that's not the right term to make, but, like, fill in your gaps.
Yeah, fill in the blanks.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's super important. And, yes, I am great at this stuff, but I'm terrible at this stuff, and I need somebody who can help me in that aspect. So, I yeah, I'll iron that out this next couple of weeks, and I'll get that live. That'll be a fun piece. It's one of
that'll be
those.
a fun piece. That is a
Yeah.
fun piece.
That's not a let's rank for SEO reasons kind of piece. That's a like this I'm doing this for me kind of thing. Like,
It's kind of like I don't know if you saw Trisha's like naughty and nice list that she posted
oh
the other
no.
day. Oh, it's so good. I guess she's done that a few years previously, but go check that out because it's basically like what kind of like shenanigans are program managers up to and like who's doing what well, and it is like, man, if I wish I knew the true dirt on it because some of them I was just like, no way. And I mean, we all know that like people make silly, foolish decisions around the holidays, like zeroing out commissions or, taking a program offline so they don't have to pay affiliates and stuff, which is honestly like the worst move you could make.
Right.
But she calls out a few different behaviors that were just like, my jaw hit the floor and dislocated when I read a couple of them. It was
Yeah.
wild. So
All right.
highly
Yeah.
suggest that.
All right. Let's share that in the notes if
Yep,
if there's an actual link to that, because
there
I'd love to
is.
see
Yeah.
that.
I'll drop it in the comments when we're done here and we can, yeah, it's a good one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. You've got another party to go to. You're all dressed up and ready. Appreciate you jumping in, and happy holidays to you. Hope I see you on a live version of you in the next couple of weeks here.
Let's make it happen. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. All right, neighbor. We'll
Happy
catch you
holidays,
later.
bud.
All right.